Hi guys, once again welcome back to the online digital doctors, and this is the third episode. We have already completed the two episodes, and we have already been receiving a great response from all you viewers, and we had a superb episodes, and this is the third episode. And in this episode, today's episode is on the LVAD, which is something an artificial heart as well. And the one who joined us in the opening episode, once again, the dais will be taken by the Dr. Kewal Krishan, who is actually the expert in LVAD, and till date at pan India level and across Asia, he has created the record of doing the maximum successful LVADs. So I would like to invite on our dais once again Dr. Kewal Krishan, head of Max Hospital, Saket. Hello sir, please welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
So once again sir, we are back on the show in the third episode.
Yeah.
And it was it was very great opportunity for us to once again see you back on our show. And this time it's on, initially we started with something on the heart transplant, and this time for all our viewers on their demand, we have kept the LVAD, that's an overview session, though in the upcoming episodes we will be going with all the details of every single thing, might be it's LVAD or ECMO. So this time it's LVAD. So just to start with, because it's a very new thing and I personally have seen nobody knows what is LVAD. So very basic question, what is LVAD?
LVAD is called, it's a LVAD, it's a left ventricular assist device. It's put in the left ventricle and it takes blood from the left ventricle and puts that to aorta. So it assists the left ventricle, so name is called left ventricular assist device. It's basically an artificial heart.
Okay.
Like the heart, we have the main chamber of the heart is left ventricle, which pumps blood to the aorta and rest of the body. So what happens is when your left ventricle is not working, your pumping function is not there. So, and it cannot meet the demand of the body. So what happens is we put the ventricular assist device into the ventricular apex, and that takes all the blood from the left ventricle and puts that to aorta. So this replaces basically the main ventricular function. So, and once your cardiac output, which when the heart function is poor,
right,
it goes down to like 2 liter or 1.5 liter. Normal person cardiac output is 5 liter. So when you put the device, the cardiac output of the person becomes 5 liter and the person starts working normally.
Okay.
So basically this is an artificial pump. If you don't have, your heart is not working or you cannot go for heart transplant, ventricular assist device is the answer.
So it is like something, a kind of a machinery.
Yeah, it's a
layman mein agar bata sake what it is.
It's a like machine. Like if I tell you in a very simple words, when your water motor at home, it becomes out of order.
Right.
So your kitchen and everything, they get dirty.
Correct.
So you have only two options left. One is you replace that motor with a new motor. That is called heart transplant.
Okay.
And if you keep the same motor as such but put a new motor, that whichever water is coming, that goes to your home, and that is called LVAD. So this is the difference between two.
Alright.
So your diseased heart is still there, but function is taken up by that machine.
So that means an extra machine is being put up.
Yeah, extra machine is being put up, and that it works through electricity and that battery.
Okay.
And that works like a normal person, and person can roam around anywhere in the world.
Okay. As you rightly mentioned that it's an electronic device and it is works on electricity and battery.
Yeah.
So how come if battery gets discharged, and how a person will going to charge a battery when
no,
there is something inside?
See, there is one drive line which comes out of the body.
Okay.
So what happens, and that is connected to the controller and battery.
Okay.
So battery, now in the previous devices, the battery used to work for 3-4 hours. Now the battery works for 18 hours.
All right.
So it's keep on there is a lot of improvements in going on for the batteries, and the pump, the power requirement is also going down. So most of the patient when sleeping at home can connect it directly to the backup device. He doesn't have to change the batteries.
So it's like you're telling me something that there is a battery hanging and you have to charge it?
Yeah, you have to charge it, and there are 4 batteries are given to patient. So you keep 2 batteries and go anywhere. So if one battery is not working, the another would work.
So where is that battery?
Battery remains on the side of the patient. That is like
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that means you're telling me that a battery is being put up attached to the body.
Yeah, the battery you can replace those batteries. It's you can keep in the bag. But for ladies, they can keep in the ladies' purse because their purse is bigger. So for the females, you may not be even knowing what she is on ventricular assist device.
Oh my
But
goodness.
your heart is controlled from the outside.
So it's like you have to charge it standing with an electricity.
Yeah, standing. Like many times it happens, like people see in Australia, like they are going somewhere, like you charge your mobile, they get down on the car, they charge and then they
Oh my goodness.
This is a beautiful thing, but the advantage of this is that if I get MI, you suffer from MI,
Right.
we will die. They will not, because they are on that device, so they will not die.
I can't imagine this. So this is something we have always been trying to see. The technology is getting updated. The concept of charging devices. Now there is a concept of charging your heart.
Yeah, charging your heart. Yeah, that's it.
And somehow if it goes off,
Yeah,
the person
somehow
goes off.
it goes off.
So I have, in your
No, but it doesn't happen. There are multiple backups. Like even if you have 15 minutes backup in the controller also,
Okay.
you have a lot of time to do that. And patient is very, very intelligent. Whomsoever we put the device, within 3-4 days they become master, even more than us.
Very nice.
How to do this, how to manage this, because their life changes dramatically. Like they used to be on the bed and they cannot go anywhere. Now the another advantage of ventricular assist devices, unlike heart transplant,
Right.
after heart transplant you have to take immunosuppressions.
Okay.
There are chances of rejection. For ventricular assist device, there is no rejection because it's not the body tissue.
Okay.
So there is no rejection. You don't have to take any immunosuppressions.
All right.
So the cost of immunosuppression is 36 to 42,000 per month.
Oh
So
my
with
goodness.
this you have to take only 2 rupees tablet. That's it.
Arey, my goodness. Super.
The another advantage of the ventricular assist device is that chances of rejections are not there.
Okay.
And you don't have to be taking for lifelong the immunosuppressions. So.
Okay. So, is it also a case when an LVAD is compatible for someone and not compatible for someone?
It's not because LVAD is a titanium tissue. It's you put a stent. There are a lot of titanium things comes which you put in the body. So it's compatible with everybody.
Everyone.
The only contraindication to this is if you are actively bleeding in the abdomen, your stomach, or actively bleeding in the brain. So these are the contraindications. Otherwise,
Very
no
nice.
contraindication.
So, as per, because this is what we have got to have the stats and the records. As per the on records we have seen, because in India this is something very new, and obviously whatever we have gathered from the real time stats, you are the first person in India who has done the maximum successful LVADs, and probably what, as per my knowledge, there are not so many people who are doing it.
There are only few people in this country and elsewhere also in Asia, because there are. When I go to international meeting and they show only 3 centers in Asia, like one is Singapore, one is Saket, and one is down in the south.
Right.
So not many centers and not many surgeons are doing this, because you have to have special training to do this. You have to have special backup to do this. There are a lot of things you need to be taken care of.
So it's like
because you are putting a new heart when the patient is surviving. So now they are your baby. That how long they are gonna live.
So what has been the overall experience of the people who have been treated by you and you have placed the LVAD in them?
So they believe their life has been transformed.
Okay.
Like one patient who came, he had some 4 factories and then he stopped because he kept on getting admitted in the hospitals.
Alright.
So he lost the interest in doing business and everything. His factory also were not doing well.
Right.
So once I told him that we are going to put a device and you will make it.
Okay.
And we put the device and he was so happy. After 6 months of device, he opened another factory.
My goodness.
That's the beauty. And now he says to everybody, whosoever goes to him, he says to everybody, you get this thing and your life will transform. Another patient from one of the big hospitals of Delhi, he's an honor kind of person, a trustee. After, he's a 69-year-old gentleman, and
Alright.
once we put the device in, after that almost 2-3 months he stayed at home and just getting
Right.
around. But now he goes to the park every day.
Right.
And to the 400 people, he became a yoga teacher now.
Very nice.
And he gives all the lectures and stuff, and he's so happy. Now he says that this is my second life, and whichever left, all the good things which I couldn't do or I didn't do, now I would do.
Very nice. This is something and absolutely fantabulous we have got to know, even though I am actually a technologist and an entrepreneur. But still, I would rather say the medical science has done something tremendous, and we are having such a person on our show who is actually charging the hearts of the people. This is something absolutely amazing. This is absolutely amazing, sir.
Yes.
And and how about the this operation, because it sounds so fantasizing. So it's like, what is the cost of this operation?
Because the pump is very costly, so the total cost of the device is close to 85 to 90 lakhs.
Oh my goodness. So I believe it could be might be one of the most expensive
It's the most
operations.
expensive surgery in this country too.
Oh my goodness. So 90 lakh rupees for getting a artificial heart.
Yeah, but it's giving you life. 90 lakhs is nothing. Like your in Delhi, it's a 1 BHK or 2 BHK are 90 lakhs, so it's not big.
Very nice. So till date, how many LVADs you have done, sir?
So my total experience, if you consider, it's close to more than 100 LVADs.
Okay.
Over here
Very
I
nice.
did 9 so far, and I'm going to do 2 more in next few days. So
Super.
It's total, this is a good experience.
Very nice. Super. So it's like when this technology was, because we even got to see this, that you were the first person who started this in Max.
Yeah.
So it's like it was just that the Max initiated, or earlier also it was started?
No. I initiated in this part of the country, like northern India. So and we have done 9 in last 18. That's also a maximum number in the country.
Very nice.
So and the other thing is I also go to south and to deliver lectures, and to another countries also nearby, like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, so to tell them what is this. So still this technology is still evolving and spreading, but the results of this technology are amazing, believe me. It has given life to many people for many years.
So what's the expectancy that increases once a person gets a LVAD done?
Before 2002, the devices have been in the market since 90s.
Right.
But before 2002, the devices which were used to come, they used to work for 1 year, 1.5 years.
Okay.
But since 2002, the HeartMate 2 and this hardware now, and the HeartMate 3 has come recently.
These are the devices.
These are the devices, and these devices work for more than 15 years. So.
My goodness. So we can expect that once a person gets a LVAD done, then he's living
this device gives them 15 years. So.
15 years, and that too the super.
Maybe more, I don't know, because we cannot, because of medical science, we cannot say before 2002, it's only 15 years. After 10 years, we may be saying these devices work for 25 years.
Right.
So it's with the time, as the time goes on, we'll be able to say for more years.
Very nice, very nice. One more question I would like to mention over here, though our show is obviously for all the viewers who are actually looking for any of the health suggestions and who are suffering from the general people, but because this subject is very curious, and I would just like to raise this point, because many of our viewers are also joining, all those medical students who are looking forward to make their career. So is there any specific study which is there in India for this, or it's like how it goes like?
No, it's the thing is, first you have to do like MBBS, then general surgery, or directly that 6 years cardiac surgery. You have to finish cardiac surgery residency.
Okay.
And then you get to do the basic cardiac surgery.
Okay.
Normal work like CABG, valves and all these things.
Okay.
You should be well aware of this and be competent to do all these things.
Alright.
Then you go for the next level.
So is it there in India, or we need to get it done from
I was
outside?
staying abroad because in India it wasn't there, so we started. So in next 2-3 years we will be doing equal to the one of the running centers in US or
Very
UK.
nice.
So,
Very nice.
so they can get trained over here, or they can get trained in abroad. But They must go at least 10-15 VADs, and they have done pre or post op workup and seen LVADs before somebody would like to start.
Very nice.
Because if they start with a one and they have some proctor comes and they have seen once and then they screw the thing, so it's not.
So something very important that
Experience is more important in these devices.
Alright. Something very important and crucial information has been shared by Dr. Kewal specifically for those viewers who are already pursuing their career in medical field. Okay, sir. Proceeding further, as you rightly said that this is one of the most costliest surgery in the India, in our country. So is there any way, because you can understand 90 to 95, it actually says a big call. So is there a way where a person wants to get, are there any provisions a person is not able to manage and they do not have the capacity and still an LVAD can be done? Is there a way or any possibilities?
Because somebody has to support this, because these pumps are very costly. Like 75 lakh to 80 lakhs.
So are we having any few systems which are supporting people in one way or the another?
No, because like two patients one was supported from their government.
Okay.
Like from Abu Dhabi. We have patients from Abu Dhabi,
Alright.
from
Very
Iraq,
nice.
in London. So it's for everywhere.
So that means people from abroad, they are coming to India to get it done.
Get it done, yes.
Aye,
Because
very
in
nice.
India it's cheaper also. If you go to US, it will be close to 250 K dollars. In India it's only 140 K dollars. So
Alright.
so it's $100 difference, $100,000 difference.
My goodness. Okay.
So it's a big difference.
So it's like there are no like any specific provision is not there, but
Yeah,
could
but
be.
yeah, if you have insurance of like 20,000, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, that will be counted as like insurance, and then rest of the amount you have to pay. So
Alright, okay.
so people can get more insurance to live longer. That
Alright. And what is the like in the very first episode we were talking on the very basic overview of heart transplant. So what is that particular stage when you, okay, let's say there's a patient and you have to call between heart transplant and LVAD, irrespective of the cost a patient can afford and they have the capacity. Still, it's like which one you prefer for the first? Are there cases?
No, it depends upon the patient also. Some patients they cannot go for heart transplant, like they have high pulmonary pressure, lung pressures are high.
Okay.
More than 6 volts, we usually don't do heart transplant. After the age of 65, we usually don't do heart transplant. There are contraindications, more contraindications to, or relative contraindications to heart transplant than ventricular assist device. Ventricular assist device can be put in anybody if they can afford.
So,
But for heart transplant, there are limitations. Like if you have high panel reactive antibody, that the chances of rejections are very high.
is there any possibility
Yeah.
where we can say that irrespective of all the circumstances where everything is okay for good to go, still you make a decision to go with heart transplant and you leave LVAD? Or you always, in every case, it's a universal fact that you're going to give it as a first preference?
No, it's not first one. For LVAD, the one advantage with heart transplant is it remains your inside the body, so you don't have batteries, you don't have control.
Very absolutely.
Your quality of life is better if rejection doesn't happen.
Right.
That's the advantage of heart transplant, and that is why the heart transplant is still called the gold standard.
Okay.
But this is an alternative therapy. But those who cannot go for a transplant or age is more than 65 or your high lung pressures,
Alright.
those patients because they used to be refused that you cannot go heart transplant, or patient is sick and because of paucity of organ donation, you are not getting heart. So you won't let the patient die.
So it's like we can't say that it's a universal fact, but yes, in majority of cases, LVAD is
always prefer.
Alright, very nice. And as of now, as you also mentioned about the machines and all those things which you are using in LVAD, so which is that particular machine which is we can say as of now is the most advanced version, and what is so special about it?
So HeartMate 3 and Heartware are both are centrifugal.
HeartMate is the company or what?
HeartMate is a company, Thoratec, and then became Centured, and now it has become Abbott. So
Okay.
but the device name hasn't changed. So HeartMate 2 used to be the most commonly used device. Like
HeartMate 2 is the device name.
Device name. HeartMate 3 is also the device name, the next version of the same device.
Okay.
And Heartware is also another company's device.
Okay.
So the HeartMate 2 was an axial flow pump, and you have to make a pocket in the because it's a little bigger device.
Right.
So, but since 2002 till
Uh-huh.
the HeartMate 3 came, most of the people were putting HeartMate 2. So
Right.
almost 38 to 40,000 HeartMate 2 have been already put. And after that device, actually people started believing that this device can work for 15 years.
Okay.
But better devices with a newer technology like centrifugal technology, the Heartware and HeartMate 3.
Correct.
So Heartware is the smallest pump. It's very small pump, and it has it's very good results. But HeartMate 3 has come like with a little bigger, so that it less chances of thrombosis, less complications.
Okay.
So far I would say and fully magnetically levitated. So we can say HeartMate 3 is the most advanced and more durable.
And have you done on the latest one?
Yeah, I have done the HeartMate 3, two patients on HeartMate 3,
Okay.
and the first HeartMate 3 which I put was the first in this country.
Aye, very nice. Super. Mind blowing weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of this country first HeartMate 3 of India was put mine.
Alright. Okay. That has already been used by you.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you also mentioned that there are very few people who are doing LVADs in India. So is it like it's only the doctors and the hospitals they are doing it? They are only in Delhi, or there are some other states where
Kerala and Tamil Nadu also. Some
Okay, we have people in Tamil Nadu.
people are doing, but the number which we are doing is much
Okay.
more.
Very nice. This is something for all our viewers we would like to share, because now it will going to become a golden opportunity, because before this episode I was also not aware of the fact that this could be such a biggest opportunity, and now I realize the concept of online digital doctors will going to benefit everyone, because right from the next episode, because already as Dr. Kewal has given a very good limelight on the fact that there are very few people who have the expertise in LVAD, and obviously the few more things in which he has the expertise we are going to talk on. So the best part is that from next episode, you guys can actually connect a live call in the studio as well with him, where he would going to address your direct problems, and that would be a kind of a live free consultation for you people, where you can get to know that how you can get the resolution for your problem. So this is something I'm actually today is something very, very good day for me as well, because I've got to have something very, very very beautiful. I have got to understand, because this again and again, this is striking my mind, charging a heart. Again, this is something making me curious again and again.
Yeah.
So tell me, doctor, is there like when you're talking about the LVAD, so what exactly is the success ratio of this LVAD?
So I would say 90% success rate for 1 year, 88 to 90%. Like if we have put in 10 patients, 9 patients would survive more than a year.
Okay.
And almost 5 years survival is close to 77%.
Okay.
So
Very nice.
77% of the patients are going to survive. So I'm talking of those patients, those who otherwise die in 6 months to 12 months.
Okay.
So I'm not talking of patients who live.
Right.
The patients who are indicated to go for LVAD.
Okay.
Those who otherwise would have, like 10 patients otherwise would have died, now 9 are surviving. And after 5 years, 8 of them would be surviving.
Alright.
Those otherwise all the 10 would have died within a year. So it's a very good survival.
Right. So 90% is quite a good rate, I would rather say.
Yeah, because you are doing a surgery like it's not a big operation, but it's a maintenance and taking care of the
So
patient.
what is the average surgery time for this?
4 to 6 hours depending upon patients. If it is a redo surgery, patient has already gone for another heart surgery, then it will take 6 hours, otherwise 4 hours surgery.
Very nice. It's something very compact. And is there any such possibility, or you have addressed, or let's say if you have not addressed, still you believe there could be a possibility in your upcoming career, because you have a huge to go, because you have done something very very high at a very young age. So do you feel, is there any possibility, or might we have addressed a case where an LVAD has been done and there could be a second possibility to go with the next machine?
Next machine is second possibility can be the like your.
Have you addressed any such possibilities?
No, not yet. But with the issue, the possibility is there because some patients, those who have both ventricle failure,
Okay.
like left is failure, you have put the LVAD, and some then you come to know it's the right ventricle is not coping with that.
Okay.
So your right ventricle also requires something, and some that is called we can BiVAD.
So that's by that.
Patient will have two ventricular assist devices. One is right sided, another is left.
So there are two batteries.
Yeah, two batteries, two controllers. And the third thing would be that total artificial heart. You have to remove the whole heart from the body and put an artificial heart.
So what is that then?
Artificial heart is like it works like the heart. The ethers, ventricle, we connect that, and that also works with the battery.
Okay.
And that's a total artificial heart. Your heart is not there inside.
So in case of an LVAD, there is a functioning of the heart.
Yeah, there is function. Like your right ventricle is still working. Your right side is working. Left you have taken care.
Okay.
But most of the patients, the right is okay. So that is why the LVAD is famous, because your left ventricle, which is the main chamber pushing the blood to the whole body, that is affected.
Okay.
So when your right is also affected, either you go for BiVAD or you go for total artificial heart.
So total
or heart transplant, whichever. In heart transplant, you change the whole heart, right and left, everything you cut it.
Right. So that the one which you rightly said, the bi one and the total are same, or they are two different?
No,
things?
they are two different things. Total artificial heart is controlled by one controller.
Acha, so left and right is being by two controllers.
Yeah, left and right they have totally separate, different. You can put the different devices also, like one hardware, one heart mid. So it can be different. BiVAD is different, and total artificial heart is. In BiVAD, your heart is still there, you have put into the ventricle. In a total artificial heart, you have removed your ventricle, everything, and then you put a artificial heart in that.
Okay. Very nice, superb. And tell me, sir, it's like what is that point when you say, okay, we will be finally going with an LVAD? As in, there are various stages. It's like we must have seen कि जैसे किसी को heart failure होता है तो
see, like heart failure can be diastolic heart failure when your heart ejection fraction is okay, but your heart is not allowing the blood to fill. Like your pump fails, either it's not ejecting or it's not allowing to fill.
Okay.
So I would go for diastolic because diastolic is very rare and very few patients go for. So I would go for which is the most common, that is systolic heart failure, when your heart cannot pump blood.
What is this? If you can elaborate in layman terms.
Layman terms is your left ventricle can, whichever blood is coming into that, it can only gives it can eject 15% of that. That is called ejection fraction 15%.
Okay.
So with 15%, 20% of the volume it can eject. So when we call it a heart function is very poor or severe left ventricular failure, and the patient remains in that severe ventricular failure and cannot meet the body demand, whenever he tries to do some work or aggressive, and then he becomes symptomatic.
Okay. So that's the stage
that is the stage when you go for. Or the patient is in failure like 25, and he has already tried other interventions like mitral valve, aortic valve, or bypass surgery. Has already been tried on him, and still he is in problem.
Right.
Then also it's
very nice. All right. So something superb and mind-blowing information you have shared with all our viewers, and just let me remind you guys, because we are about to just on the verge of closing of the episode. So right from the next episode, we would be addressing the live questions in the studio, and you guys can actually post your questions on the live of the live which is going on the official page, that is facebook.com/explainoexpo, and you can make a live call as well. We will be flashing the number in the very next episode, and the Dr. Kewal will going to address all those problems and all those queries related to the cardiac because he is actually one of the expert and the top legend for the cardiac surgery. And from the next episode, keep connected with the our channel. You will keep on getting the updates for the next channel. So thank you so very much guys for connecting.